Hello, Senior Stoner fan. Just the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Hunibadger and Magic Flight Orbiter dab of the day. This is Mrs. Stoner's new favorite rig. We're going to find out why very shortly. Hello, everybody. Today is Monday. Everyone has the potential to be the kind of person who makes things happen. It's actually a habitual mindset we can develop and strengthen over time. But first, we have to become proactive. What is proactive behavior? Well, it could be said that being proactive means having the ability to look back from the future in your mind's eye, seeing how an active step now will affect future outcomes. Interesting, right? Proactive behavior is anticipatory. It involves acting in advance of a future situation rather than just reacting. Very interesting, right? It's change-oriented. It means taking control and causing something to happen rather than just adapting to a situation or waiting for something to happen. We have to be proactive about our health. I talk about it all the time. We have to take initiative. It's self-initiated is what proactive behavior is. A person that's proactive does not need to be asked to act, nor do they require detailed instructions. Think about it. Think about the people that you know that are proactive. People who are proactive tend to do certain things. They take back control. And the first step is to take responsibility for your own actions. People who are proactive take responsibility. They ask themselves searching questions. What do you really want out of life? What do you dream of, which is far from your current reality? And how do you see perfect life shaping up? Lives are full of choice. But it's time to take back the reins of making active choices to eliminate the things that bring you down. Think about it. Joy, laughter, whatever's absent, you can be proactive and try to make changes, ditch bad habits, and replace them with good ones. Each positive step you take will build confidence and bring you a little bit closer to your goals. It's not one and done. It's one step at a time, always. We have to really think about this one because it's critical for us. We have to accept that mistakes happen. They're inevitable. One of the things that hold many people back from taking initiatives and being proactive is fear of making mistakes. Well, before you can truly embrace being proactive, you've got to shift that mindset. It's truly necessary to accept the idea that it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are a fact of life and represent a really positive opportunity to learn and grow. Once this concept is grasped, it'll prevent people from being stuck in a rut, unable to move forward because of fear of failing in some way. Sure, you may need time to resolve the error, but once the time has passed and you've resolved it, you're back on track. And it's important always to ask yourself what you can learn from the setback. Always consider how you could have done things differently and how you might approach such a situation in the future with a more positive outcome. Use the experience of failure as an opportunity to grow and learn. We need to have solution-oriented thinking. It's a vital part of shifting our mindsets towards being proactive. It's a very important way of looking at our problems. Don't dwell on the problem. Rather, we dwell on the solution to the problem and become much more empowered. If we allow ourselves to put problems center stage, up on the pedestal, we'll inevitably see them as insurmountable, thus creating more negative hurdles for ourselves. Switch that around. Focus on the possible solution and the answers that are more likely to present themselves. There's a saying that goes something like this: there are no such things as problems, merely opportunities. Keep that in our minds, and you won't go far off the goal. And as we develop and move past what we're in right now as a world, pandemic, we're going to be able to start seeking out positive people again. And we're going to take the necessary steps to become proactive. We'll try to surround ourselves right now on social media. Make sure the things we watch are positive and the people we watch are similarly motivated. Take a look around you. Take a look at what you're surrounding yourself with. Don't surround yourself with defeatism. Surround yourself by people who step back and say proactively what the initiative's going to bring. You know, it's not so easy with family. You're living with the same people, but you can still take positive steps. You can identify anyone, including a family member, with a downbeat attitude and pledge to yourself not to allow yourself to be influenced by their negativity. It doesn't mean you're not sensitive to what's going on in their world. It just means it's not going to impede your progress as you think more proactively. If you're going to become more proactive, think about it logically. You need a circle of people who will encourage you and help you excel. It's natural. If you've ever played tennis with someone who's a better player than you are, or chess with someone who's a better player than you are, you've probably noticed how instinctively, right after you're done playing them, even if you lose, you're going to play better. So the reverse happens if you play with someone of a lower ability. Your own game tends to go down a little bit. Well, bingo. It's the same in life. I hate to bring my father into this, but he had a saying. You surround yourself with dogs, you get fleas. Now, we're all on a mission. That's right, to embrace proactivity. So we all need to make the effort to surround ourselves with driven, motivated individuals who think positively with proactive thought, because we will be more likely to stay motivated with that. That is not to say you don't talk to these people. That is not to say you're not friends or family with them. You just need to sort out and take the positive tidbits, let them influence you, the negative tidbits, not so much. And we've talked about this before. You cannot sweat the things you can't control. Don't be overwhelmed in the face of the things that are out of control. Don't waste your energy. Find a way to tackle things where you know you can succeed. Think about it. It's important. And to remember, always get in the game if you can. Don't sit on the sidelines. Enough already. Being proactive means participating actively wherever you can. Doesn't mean lifting or physically. It means engaging your brain in positive thought. And the mantra that we should all stand for is don't give in to the negative gremlins. Don't give in to it. There's going to be times when you feel overwhelmed, super anxious, horribly in pain. Because guess what? We're all newcomers to being proactive. It's day one. It's the ground floor. It's important just not to let ourselves get stuck in the negative cycle. Because when you do, there's a tendency in the negative cycle, when you're stuck, to overthink everything. Instead, we want to try to switch our focus from the bigger issues and channel into the short term, one bite at a time, less daunting tasks. Because even the mundane little things like sweeping a yard, cleaning a room, will show you visual evidence that you did something. You'll be proactive and you will feel better and have a sense of achievement. And you must celebrate these achievements. You must celebrate your your successes, whatever they are. You must take time to reward yourself proactively. This will make the positive happen. It's like dog training. When you say come to the dog, if the dog still sits there but looks right at you, you say good dog. If the dog gets up and comes halfway towards you, you say wonderful, good dog, and give it a treat. That's a success. Just because the dog didn't make it all the way to you doesn't mean a thing. The dog made a proactive movement towards you. And the bottom line is that we, individually, only us, one at a time, have the opportunity to make our lives more proactive. So let's do it. Let's do it. And now let's show you why Mrs. Stoner thinks this is the greatest rig ever invented. It takes really harsh, which is a Hunibadger, can be very harsh, and it softens it up beautifully with great flavor. That Magic Flight Orbiter. We're going to take our dab today with some beautiful Blue Dream Hybrid Distillate, because I can put it right on the tip of the Badger. If you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe. This is the Real Senior Stoner, and I reply to all my comments. Cheers, everybody. And let's remember, be more proactive. Get some control over your life. We'll feel better for it. This has been the Real Senior Stoner. Have a great day out there, everybody, and thanks for watching. Cheers.